Hello and welcome to the 2018 Middle East Regional Conference. I'm joined this afternoon by Jacek Kurantowicz, who is the Head of Cash Management at Dhabi Commercial Bank. Jacek, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for inviting.
You've just finished a panel on stage looking at transaction banking and some of the pain points that can be felt by corporate treasurers and transaction banks alike. On stage you were saying that a way to address this moving forward, some of these challenges, is to take them at an ecosystem level and move forward in that way. So explain to us what you mean by that and how that looks in reality.
This is actually great if I look from the customer perspective and his expectations or her expectations into what the banks can provide with. I mean, today most of banks respond to the simple query, I need to open a bank account, I need to make a transfer, issue credit card and stuff. In the corporate world, it's probably more complex, so we advise customer, we sit down, we listen, we analyze, and then we, let's say, draft an offer, negotiate, implement. Happily, it's implemented and live. Now, what ecosystem overview comes with is like a helicopter view into the customer in the middle, our bank customer in the middle, and all his interactions, partners, buyers and sellers, vendors or employees or whoever he interacts with from our financial perspective, where he sees that we as bankers could do a little bit more than what we've used to offer in this kind of approach like I mentioned. So the ecosystem allows us to look into the customer end-to-end, is it the business-to-business interactions or business-to-consumer or business-to-government interactions, in one approach. So this would be an offer, this would be a proposition, mainly to serve his daily needs, but also to have his daily needs captured from end to end. And this is the beauty of the ecosystem, if I may say.
One of the features of this approach is having banks and different players talking to each other and cooperating and collaborating. Yes. Is that happening? Are you seeing encouraging signs there?
Yes, these signs are coming from many places. With banks, we've been traditional, and then we don't say, oh yes, we open up, come on banks, I mean, I'm coming to everyone left and right, shake hands, let's do it together, there's a customer. We usually hesitate a little bit. Now, this transformation going on the market, we call this the fintechs industry, we call this digitization, is a little bit forcing us to think twice, okay, so how shall we evolve? How shall we be thinking of changing? Maybe there should be a different way of collaborating. So in the EU, for instance, there is this open API regulation that forces banks just to open up and expose some specific data to anyone who requests for that. Now, here in this region, there is no such regulation, but the development, the market and technology is on the similar level. Now we see that we bankers probably need to liaise with each other just to respond to that and address those needs. So yes, even at the panel I was speaking to my colleagues, you know, making smiles, but what will follow, we will see.
Okay, so you mentioned there is some healthy collaboration taking place. Yeah. We've also heard today about some of the disruption happening in terms of the fintechs coming into that area. When you look at the Middle East today, what does the future of transaction banking look like, taking into account everything you've just said and what we've heard at the conference so far? Okay,
if I look into the Middle East, we have more than 50 banks in the UAE itself, plus all the other countries. So we have lots of banks. We have a lot of things that we think we're bringing from all around the world and we feel that could improve. We feel also that digitization and process improvements is something that we know, but not necessarily all banks are on the same level in terms of development. So the place is unique from this perspective because it has the flavor of bankers from all around the world, and also the demand from customers is from different geographies. So in terms of trading, it also connects all various places around the globe. So we as banks have to address it. We have to understand this. So all these technology developments, so all this evolution of banking, how we work, how we run projects, how we develop and design products we used to do yesterday, tomorrow we'll probably need to think about them different way. Because what we used to do is to respond for a single need or respond with the offer to a certain request. Now we probably need to rethink all this, looking into how the giants do, how Apples or Googles or Facebooks of this world work to achieve what they have achieved. And then when we see that they operate different way, we probably think, oops, we are a little bit behind as banks. So in this region, this is very much being highlighted more and more for us to think about cross-functional teams, for us to think about the Scrum methodology of running projects, to be more agile, to thinking from the ecosystem perspective, and this is all happening right now.
Okay, well, Jacek, exciting times, and thank you very much for speaking with me.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.